hat here. Everyone, my name is Red Panda, as you know, because you're watching my YouTube channel. And today, do you like my hair? I've got it just cut. And this video is basically story time. Yes, story time. And this one is going to be a pain in the neck. Let me remove her. Shift. If I like go like that, it means that she pricks me like now, because she wants attention. Yep, sit on her. Right, hide from the camera. I know everybody wants to see your beautiful face, but hide from the camera. Keep that tail to yourself. I want to do another video. Now, I felt when I looked through the past 2 videos that I have been doing, I feel like the scary ones and stuff like that, the ghost, paranormal experiences ones, they were a lot of fun to make because, yeah. And I've got the cat here now. Last time I wasn't, the cat was downstairs, I shut my door and everything, and it was kind of scary saying that toilet story. Hey, that could be another one of my embarrassing stories. I got scared in the toilet. Pretty much so. So, buckle yourselves in and get ready for story time with me, Red Panda. So, today's story time is obviously going to be a ghost paranormal experience one. And, well, let's just say, before Taekwondo or YouTube or anything else, I went to cadets, and I've mentioned this in my past videos, and I'm going to say this over and over again every time when I mention the word cadets or army. I'm not going to join the army. No, I'm not going to kill anybody. The army is the army, and I'm not going to join. Like I said, cadets is a youth group to get discipline, confidence, skills and survival skills and stuff like that. Like the army, don't come coming to me and say that you don't like the army. It's your opinion. As long as you don't disrespect the army, I'm fine with that. I have family members and friends who are in the army, and they're currently working as a guard or a nurse or a chef. Some teachers when I went for school were the engineers for the RAF, pilots, and so on and so forth. Right. Also, I'm not going to explain any camp name or the detachment name, anything like that, mainly because I don't want people coming on the knock door and saying, hey, this girl saw me here, and I am going to just say camp and what I was doing, which is none for any harm or any training technique for going on further life. These words carefully. I am not evil. I am not a person who will go around and expecting to kill anyone. I am not that. I am just a person who wanted confidence and survival skills, and also navigation skills mainly, when I go on holiday or do a Duke of Edinburgh or stuff like that. It's just like Scouts, but with a lot more discipline. So, back to the story. So I was going on camp, and this was a signal camp where you have to learn different amount of signals, to also building radios, to understand what you're doing. And if people were going in the army, yeah, you needed that. But I'm not going in the army. I just wanted to go there so I can get away for the weekend from my family. Mainly also because that a tragic incident happened 2 days before that, and yeah, this is going to be the plot story leading on to another story. So a couple of days before, my granddad suddenly passed away because he was really ill, and I wanted to go to my camp mainly because I wanted to get away from everything. I wanted to get away from stress. Camp, you may think, oh, with everyone else it'll be stressful. Yes, it was stressful. However, I knew that I was in good, safe hands, and if I've never had a panic attack, but I know some people who have and they've experienced it, and I've also experienced people who have depression and stuff like that. If I was in that current mood or being even bad mood, I knew that I was in good, safe hands, and I also wanted to just get the situation out of my head and just basically, yeah. When I arrived at the camp, obviously my mum explained, blah blah blah, and so we set up for the first night. Now we had also, I'm not going to mention any names for identity causes because, yeah. So basically we split into two groups of girls. The boys was on their side just doing the same probably. I don't know because I wasn't in the boys' billets, I was in the girls' billets, you know. So basically I went to my bedroom with a couple of friends of mine, and my other friends were in the other bedroom, and obviously we set up and we got unpacked and stuff like that, ready to do like a little speech of health and safety and what he's going to do. Camp was just a lookabout camp, if you know what I mean. Besides like building stuff and having a great time, it was also just a look around to see what the army did, because there was real army people and real army reserves, just to see, you know, what goes on when they're away. Like, basically, we got packed up and we had our health and safety, and it was just our little group, our little youth club with a couple of extras just to help out situating adults and stuff like that. So as we packed up to the first night, one of my friends in the other room, not in my room, suffers from night terrors daily when she goes to sleep, and basically she comes into one of the head girls, also known as a corporal, back then, to comfort her, because basically she's always been there for her when she's away, you know. She had a nightmare. Obviously I was fast asleep, but she told me in the morning, and she said I had to look, I had to go in there. And she turned around and she said as soon as she stepped into our room, she saw a guy basically in a corner, or what a description of a guy looked like. I was like, ha ha ha. The camp where we are is basically allegedly haunted. However, I do want to discover more of it. However, I cannot because, you know, it's an army camp basically, of where the reservists, when they, like, people have floods and they help and stuff. Basically we thought, yeah, but we're on a newer part of the camp, and also there can't be anyone there at night besides a boy coming into this, coming to the door that we were. Anyway, when we went back to our bedrooms, we checked the door, and basically the door was completely sealed shut. Like, we asked the boy to go around, like another corporal back in the day, literally try to open the door from their side as well, because it's both handles, but unfortunately it wouldn't budge. So we was like, maybe it's just because you just had a night terror, maybe it's just all in your head. So we finished the day of training of building radios, having fun, having competitions of whoever is basically like blindsman bluff booths with a maze and stuff like that. Basically all we heard was that we had to go to bed or to our bedroom basically, or to chill out in our little chill out zone that basically we was there. So at that time I was feeling down and upset, mainly because I was missing my granddad so much, and I knew that if I start crying now, I am so sorry, if basically if I was crying on there, I didn't want to get embarrassed, because half the people know my situation currently I was going through, and then half the people they weren't going through, so they just may laugh and just say, oh, she's missing home, she's homesick. I was also homesick, but I knew that my house was only about 20 minutes away. So, yeah. Basically, me and my couple of friends went, and one of the friends was from the other room. But at the same time, my other friend was in the same room that I was sleeping in. So basically, we said, right, I need to get out of here because I know it's a tiny thing as well. One of my friends is very claustrophobic and she hates tight spaces. And basically, she just turned around and she said, right, I know it sounds weird, but I have been through this before. And I was like, alright. And I noticed that I understood her because she has lost someone, and also my other friend has lost someone very close to her. Not also that I lost my granddad, I lost my neighbour / uncle that I counted as from cancer. So I was very distraught then, and then I found out a couple of days later that my granddad died, that basically I was just so messed up in like my emotions and I didn't know how to react anymore. However, obviously I'm much better now because I knew that speaking to people and stuff like that. Carry on with the story, Emily. We sat down and we turned around and we went, right, discussing things. It's like, put some music on as well. So then we heard like, what it sounds to be footsteps coming down the hall. Yeah. So we checked outside, it was like, oh, just one of our adults coming in, just getting something, or it's probably one of our friends. So as we heard a stop and we were like, there's no door opening or anything, and we left all the doors shut because that was one rule that we got told to leave the doors shut, so no rodents or anything like that would come through and obviously infest the place. Yeah, from where we are, there's also like a little woods beside us, so there could be any rats or anything mice, or you know what I mean. So basically it comes to a chance where we looked outside and there was basically no one there. We found out that also because the girl's door was open, but it had like a little what I know that they have them in America especially, like there's a door there and a door there, and basically the main door there, and it's like a little gate. It was basically like that, however it was different to what we had. It was like more like a cloth, because that's how we roll in Cadets. Basically we thought, oh, just be from the other side, people messing about, the boys messing about from coming in and out of the showers, running about and stuff like that. However, basically it comes to this point where it scared the heck out of us. We were basically sitting back down and we were just saying, oh, it's just our imagination, stuff like that, and I turned around and I said, right, yeah. So basically we carried on talking and we went to grabbed some snacks, and we was about to open it until we heard this massive bang, like it sounded like a door slamming, basically like that. So we thought, oh, it's a little bit of a jumpy scare, but it also sounded like it was in that room that it was in, like there. Basically, I turned around and I went to my friends, like, right, this is enough, because we couldn't have something. I'm stressed out, she's stressed out because she had a tiring day. Everybody's basically us three were stressed out basically. And we turned around and was like, right, we'll just check it. Basically we checked about and there was no one there, and we was like, right, it'll just be the door like coming from the outside. So we checked the outside, we checked around the window, it was like there was no seal presses, there was no drafts or anything like that, and we turned around and was like, Somehow that worked. Like, you know, how? So there, we've eaten some snacks and we finished one of our snacks. I'm about to open the thing, and we opened it and we heard the bang again, but it sounded like someone kicking. We had these lockers, and if anybody has kicked a locker during quiet time in like a school or something, or has dropped a billion books on the floor, like massive books, you probably understand how loud it is and how echoey it was. So we figured out that it wasn't coming from the room that we was in. It was coming from my room and my friend's room that was in. So obviously we went round and we checked and we turned around and there was no one there. So basically we turned around and we went to what's it called? Oh yeah. We went to each other and was like, right, that's it, we're out of here. And basically we went out, ran out, basically we was that scared because obviously. So as we ran out, we shut the door just in case it was somebody pranking us and they would have got a door in the face. We probably broke their nose because we wasn't in the mood. And then basically we turned around and we ran to the chill room, which was only just round the corner, and we turned around and we entered. We was out of breath because we was extremely... Basically, hang on, I'll show you the boots that we have to run in without moving the cat up. Here is the boot that we have to run in. Now, I know you can't feel it or anything like that, but if you sense the weight... See you later, girl. If you sense the weight of how I'm holding it now, I'm holding it, like grasping it. It is heavy, and I've still not got used to the boots because there's also that bit there, and it's so heavy at the tip as well because basically they're not designed for running it. So basically we was running like this. We was out of breath by the time. Then we entered in and we turned around and we was out of breath and we turned around and the first thing I said was, why did you have to do that for? Like, why are you pranking me and these two people here? Is it just because you want to get a reaction out of me because I'm in a really bad mood? And I all of a sudden got interrupted. And I said that and I got interrupted and I turned and the head of the girl, the person I was with, she turned around and she's like, we've all been here. We've all been here, call out, because we use our last names. Like, we don't know what you're talking about. So we looked around and we turned around. It's like, is there anybody in the boys' side? So basically we had to scout the whole area just to see if there was someone messing with us. So we was like, oh, right, that's it, we've had enough. Basically, we gathered the adults in because, especially with my time at the moment, basically if something happens, we have to report it to the adults straight away. So with the adults in the club's like, right, they've been interrupting and stuff like that, and it's making you scared as well. And I turned around and I said, right, like, I want to go to bed, I just want to go to sleep, I want to forget about this, but I want someone to own up now. That's what we all say, like, us three. And not everyone turned around and just looked at us like, what are you saying? It's like, why are you saying this to us when no one, and I mean no one, has stepped foot outside that chill room? So we turned around and we were like, right, we're sorry about arguing and stuff like that, but next time, don't make me in a bad mood. Which I was in a bad mood because I knew that no one would own up. At the time I wasn't thinking, oh my god, it's a ghost, it's paranormal. But now I think, like, we said it and we assessed it. Basically, of where we were staying, I knew that next day we was going home, so obviously we packed, and we found out that some stuff were missing, and it was including the boys as well. And I went to myself, I was like, thank God it's not me. I thought I lost my hairnet for once, but it wasn't, so that was fine. But I went to gathered up once again, and we said, right, where's our stuff? Like, everyone's like, where's our stuff? And everybody, the boys were saying, where's our stuff? And the girls were saying, where's our stuff? Somebody lost money, somebody lost a water bottle that was expensive, with like proper water bottle. It's not like this, hang on. It's not like this. It was like a proper sports water bottle that like chills it still and stuff like that. Like, has a vacuum in it and it chills it. So that was kind of expensive. Somebody lost, I know it sounds weird, a pair of socks. Somebody lost their beret, like what we have a special hat for, and stuff like that. And then the adults turned around and they said, the head guy turned around and lost his glasses, and one of the adults that was helping out, she lost her purse full of money. I was like, right, we're not going anywhere. I know it's like a couple of hours off until we have to go home, but we have to find our stuff. So everyone dispersed. Everyone was also cleaning up at the same time, so we could see if we could get there. My friend was on duty of tidying the rooms. I was on duty on checking the car park with a few others, with the head girl and stuff like that. And I turned around and I said to my friends, like, could it be anyone, like, going round and, you know? She goes, no, it could be no one. The cat is back. So I turned around and I said this, and we dispersed back. This is the craziest thing ever. We entered into our chill room where we all tidied up and everybody knew that there was nothing there. We checked under the sofa, we checked under the where the TV was, and we checked out the pillows, you know, the little cushion pillows that we were in. We checked everywhere basically. So we was in the chill room waiting for our parents to come, and half of us was waiting in the big main hall where we had the thing, and basically the adult came in and said, is this anybody's money? And we was like, yes, like, that's so-and-so's money. And I knew that, it's like, we asked, like, where was it? It's like, it was behind the adult's chill room chair, like the main chair. And there's not strictly no kids or cadets, as we know, allowed in that room, and the adults checked that room as well. And then somebody found their pair of socks in the bathroom. I thought, oh, that's a natural place to be, but it was in the shower, like the end shower, and basically they checked all the showers, they checked all the toilets, they checked behind the toilets, they checked the sinks, they checked behind the sinks. Well, you can't exactly check behind the sinks, but I meant like underneath and stuff like that. We did the same. We checked in our mattresses, we checked in the lockers and stuff like that. The woman who was helping us, the adult who was helping us, she found a purse, and we found out, it's like, right, like, check each other's. We found the purse behind one of the wheels of the van that I was going, like, we was in the car park. How did that happen? Because it said, if we find anything, especially with the people's property, pick it up and hand it to the person who's in charge. We turned around and people who was at the car park with me, it was like, we definitely saw rubbish, but no purse at all. And then we found everything in random locations. The weirdest one was we found our heads' glasses in the cushions of where I was sitting and a couple of friends were sitting in the main hall. Like, there's like these tables that you probably have in primary for lunch, and they fold down and you have little seats and the big table. We found his glasses underneath there. Random locations, it's just so weird. So everybody finally found their stuff in the end. And then we was like, okay, this has been a crazy experience. Let's not speak of this again. However, it's been spoken over and over and over and over and over, and I'm just like, right, it's my turn to speak it, because, yeah, especially coming from my side of view. You guys go. It was completely scary. I think it was paranormal because somehow some person probably stuffed it in a bag, but I knew I could trust these people because they basically, had past life, it was a really good detachment. That's what we call like our youth group, with really good people and really good ladies, and you know, and I said, we looked back, and you know, then my friend went again, who had the terrible nightmares, went a couple of weeks later, and she was sleeping in the room that I was sleeping in at the time, like back in where I went to the camp, and she saw the same figure again. End of the story. Has been 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes, 30 seconds, trying to fit every single detail to make you think. And oh my gosh! Weirdest thing on that camp, I was actually terrified of hoping it was just no one coming in from the outside of the camp. Because, like I said, there was like a little woods nearby and anybody could be in there. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I really love doing these stories, mainly because I'm telling them from a personal view. And ignore the notifications. However, I have to go. Pause up, share to all your friends, and swing over to that subscribe button to see more videos. Bye, everyone.